up, you guys? This is Mary.
And Emma.
We invite y'all to like,
Share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about why Meri Brown never addressed the claims of abuse that Paedon basically had talked about on that interview that he had.
Because remember, he did say that the abuse was much greater than verbal abuse, which had me thinking, okay, so that must be physical, emotional, like what other abuse is there?
You even said sexual at
Yeah,
one point.
I was like, because when someone says that, you're like, well, what kind of abuse is that?
Yeah.
And what did she do?
Yeah.
Now, when we were reading Becoming Sister Wives,
which we still are. We have a few more chapters left to read.
she was saying that she made it seem like, first of all, she talked about Christine.
Right.
And said that Christine, she didn't like the way Christine had disciplined Mariah. Mariah should have been disciplined, but she thought the way Christine disciplined her was too extreme. And so when I saw that, I thought to myself, well, I'm just waiting for her to come to the part about herself.
Yeah.
But she doesn't say about that. She says, sister wives, we all have different ways
of
disciplining. Some of, something that I think is harsh, someone might think it's not. So that's all there is to it. She didn't go deep into it.
Yeah.
Now, Christine talked about it under her part, because they all take turns writing their own part about family,
right.
whatever. And Christine took the time to say she had had a devastating argument about the way Meri disciplined her children, which she felt that Meri was taking out her frustrations from the relationship she was having, or the non-relationship she was having with Cody, out on especially her children.
Yeah.
And she thought it wasn't fair, and she confronted Meri about that.
Yeah.
But no, Meri does not mention that, apart from the part, which was weird to me. If you guys had this whole meeting, right?
Yeah.
This whole argument, you will think that Meri will say something about it.
Yeah.
Instead, she talks about this one incident with Mariah.
Yeah.
How extreme Christine was, which I don't think nobody's believing that.
Yeah.
Because I have yet to have Mariah come out and say something about how Christine abused her, this and that.
But you had two kids state these claims now.
3. It's Paedon, it's McKelty, and it's Madison.
Oh, I told you about McKelty. Yeah. You see, so I just think it's odd, because one thing, she's always on these lives.
So it's almost like she was deflecting.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to accuse me of abuse? Hey, how about I write this in this book about how this one time when your punishment to Mariah was extreme.
Yeah.
But she doesn't talk about herself. So right there, it's like, and I really hope season 8, I'm sure TLC is going to make sure that they bring it up. Because everybody's waiting to hear from Meri. Everyone is waiting. But go ahead, sorry about that.
But I just think it's odd because, one, you have this business that you're always out there promoting religiously on your channel. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, you would think that it would hurt the business, so why wouldn't you come out and say something? I feel like, even if it's just deny it completely, or to say this happened, I apologize, I'm still working on my relationship with several of the kids or whatever. But my thing is, to me, it could be one of two reasons. I think one, either she just don't give a damn to address it, which that was the vibe I was getting from that live that I saw, or the video that I saw that she had posted right after the thing. And then 2, I'm thinking maybe, possibly she could be ashamed of it, or she just doesn't want to address it because that was in the past, and she doesn't care to. But I don't know.
I am thinking to myself with Meri, remember when she was crying at that psychiatrist? We talked about that in another video.
Right.
And she was crying that nobody brought her in to go for when Madison was giving birth for the first time.
Yeah, which she knew why.
She knew why, we the audience did not. And we were there feeling sorry and just thinking how awful Janelle and Christine were, and we thought it was malicious. Yeah. Especially it came on the heels of when they were not going to help her to get the $80,000 for her business, breakfast and bed and breakfast. Yeah. So we're feeling so sorry. She was there bawling her eyes out, knowing good well, I'm sure the family collectively decided we will not talk about this.
Yeah.
to any length
Right.
before the show started. So she knew that they couldn't talk about it. Because I remember we were thinking, man, Christine and Janelle, this is another side of them. They look so cold and heartless.
I know, yeah.
While poor Meri is crying her eyes out, and they don't look as though they even care about her.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at her like,
really?
Exactly.
Really? You know exactly why you're not there. Why the hell are you putting us through this on TV?
I know.
Because you know we won't snitch on you.
And
Because Cody has said, let's put out this perfect image of polygamy.
And then the other thing too, I'm sure Janelle did not want to bring Madison, like she is just having a baby.
Yeah.
You wanted her now to come in front of the camera to talk about Mary's abuse? No, this should be a happy time for her.
Hello.
You know? But this woman was born. So that's why I just get the feeling with Meri, it's the same thing with Cody. Like they're so alike.
Well, they
will
born
never
a day apart. Too.
Yeah. They will never say when they're wrong.
Yeah.
They will never apologize for what they've done. And they will always try to find a way to blame the victim.
Yeah.
That's how I see them.
I just thought it was odd that she just was on there casually as if this whole, like, everyone, as if, like, she just did not address it. Like, it was just odd. Like, you don't hear that everybody is talking about how you possibly have abused these kids. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure if you're not watching you're not watching people make content about you, I'm sure your friends are, and they would have been like, Meri, what the hell is going on? Paedon just said that you basically abused him.
Yeah.
And she went on with her life as if everything was hunky-dory. Yeah. I don't think she actually really gave a damn. That's what I'm leaning towards.
I really don't think she does.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I did this to you when you were younger, so what? You're grown now. What's the problem? Why are we still talking about this? That's the attitude I see from her. And that's why I'm not going to discuss the past. Yeah. Everybody, put your hands together. We're going to talk about peace. Live your best life. Live intentionally.
Her Instagram is a whole nother video.
Up your peace and love. Okay? Have faith. Be optimistic. Like, that's who she has decided she wants to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to address what anybody else says because she knows she's wrong. There's nothing to address.
Yeah.
You have nothing to stand on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pretend that I'm going to be this bigger person and ignore them. And I'll talk about love and peace and kumbaya, and somehow this will be put to bed. That's the hope, I guess.
The Nile is a river in Egypt.
Just delusional.
Yeah.
She and Cody. That's just how it is.
Yeah, y'all. But that was our opinion on why Meri never addressed the abuse claims.
Yeah.
I am hoping and praying to God that they address it on the TLC show. But Paedon said that they would cancel the show. But I feel like because it was so long ago, maybe he will be forgiving. But we have had a lot of vocal subscribers say that this family needs to be canceled and that they should not be here, especially because of the whole abuse stuff. But it didn't happen during the show, so there's no liability, I don't think. But they said there was one incident to where she slapped the kids, and that was when Paedon had hit Brianna. Remember, because she was yelling at all the kids, she was like, the mom should have backed me up and all that stuff, and she was sick and tired. There was actually a person there, allegedly, where they had, I think she said that Meri had slapped or hit one of the kids, but the camera did not get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She actually hit one of the children?
Yeah.
Well, she said, in the book, she said that the incident where, the children, some of the older children, that's what she said. The older children were not accepting Robin as a parent, and were also not accepting Robin's children as their siblings, right?
Well, they're not.
And so, in this system, they are considered their siblings. You know,
my thing is, it takes a time for you to build trust.
Right. So she said that what happened was, because of that, they were always trying to make the girls cry. So two of the teenage boys who, when she talked to them, I said, okay, that has to be Gabe, Garrison, maybe Paedon is in there, right? And she said they were like making this girl cry, Ariella and Brianna. And so that's why she had to get in their face and deal with it, because she said it had been going on for long enough and it wasn't being addressed. And she said she was very upset. She said, so she got in their faces and told them, that this will not be tolerated. She said, but she was very upset that Christine and Janelle did not have her back.
Yeah.
I was wondering too, how come Christine and Janelle not have her back, but why they did not say anything? Like, Meri, okay, we're going to discuss this with my child at home or something.
Yeah.
But they all just kind of sat back like this. And actually so did Cody too.
Well.
While Meri was going off on these children. So Meri was upset that, Christine and Janelle didn't have her back. Come to find out, right after that, Christine told Meri, like, you are not to do. In that same incident, Christine said when they got home, she let Meri know that she is never to correct her kids like that.
Yeah.
She said so in the book.
Because I think my thing is,
Meri,
so. Obviously this woman has a lot going on mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So I honestly believe she just is not in a position to actually correct kids. And especially kids that you never had the opportunity to have. Because I feel like she resents the kids in a weird way because they represent the kids that she was never able to have.
Exactly.
So I don't think she should be allowed to discipline kids. She's not in a good space. Her own daughter barely talks to her. Well, son.
Yeah. And something else, I think everyone makes those mistakes because we're also trying to get used to the pronouns. But I was going to say something about Meri, and
she shouldn't correct the kids because of how she's been.
I was just thinking about this, when I think I told the story of when we were living in a shelter, right? And actually it was before when school started with you and you were in kindergarten. It was like a few months before we moved to the shelter.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember when I went for the PTA, you go to meet all the teachers and stuff like that. And, our family was in a lot of chaos. And so I had not really seen any reflection on you.
Yeah.
Like you weren't showing out to, like, oh, she's having problems at home or whatever.
Right.
But that did not mean that you will not have, some issues at school.
Right.
So I kind of wanted your teacher to know, like,
right.
Look, our home situation now
is in the gutter.
It's not that great, and this is what's going on.
Yeah.
And so just in case, I've not had any issues with Meri, but just in case something happens, just please let me know because, maybe now it's like showing out, right? And I remember her telling me, it was this German woman, I just love her, Miss B, because her name was really, it was some long name that no one could pronounce. So she said Miss B. And I remember her telling me, okay, every day I'm going to give her work to do. And all I want you to do when she comes home, make sure she sits down and does the work. I don't want you teaching her.
Yeah.
I don't want you to correct her. I don't want you to do any homework with her. Okay, because you have a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
And so you're not in a space to really correct her.
Yeah.
This is a teacher telling me this, the parent.
Yeah.
And she was right, because what if I get frustrated, which really, that actually did not happen.
I mean, you are a pretty even-keeled person.
That really never happened because I was so determined that whatever I'm going through out there, I'm not going to show it here in my family, So that never happened where I was taking my frustration out on children. But who will know? Yeah. Maybe if I had to come and sit down and try to help a child with homework, maybe then it would have been too much for me.
Yeah.
But I had this teacher to tell me, don't. You're not in the space to teach her. But I promise you this, when she leaves my class, she will always forever be an honor student. And that was true. Yeah. She was reading very well. She was reading on like the second, third grade level. I mean, she was good, you know? So I think with Meri, who would have been the one to say that to her?
No one, because no one gave a damn.
No, but I'm just trying to, her mom. Her mom should have given her advice like this.
Well, I doubt she would go and tell her mom that, hey, I'm abusing kids.
Or maybe you
or
can,
I'm beating them. Like, who goes and tell their mom who really want to go and tell their mom
because
the horrible thing that they've done in their
Cody
life?
didn't seem to have been at home for long.
Well, Paedon said he didn't know for years. Because he's there being the Energizer Bunny in poverty. So how was he paying attention to what happens to little kids?
Yeah. So I was just wondering who would have been, like, I was so blessed because I had a teacher to tell me, you actually not in a space to deal with this child. You just aren't. And I got this part of her life. You don't have to worry about it. Who would have been a good one to tell Meri that? Like maybe her mom. Or Cody. I would have said Cody, but Cody didn't seem to really be there.
No.
You know, he's there bringing in a new wife.
Every other week.
Like as soon as he had Meri, he was courting a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Then there was another person he was courting.
Yeah.
And then Meri really liked that person, she said. But for some reason, it didn't work because maybe Cody saw that they were becoming too much of friends. Yeah. And was like, no, I don't want Meri to have any friend in life.
Or maybe that lady saved herself and got out of that situation.
Yeah, because the woman, her relationship with Cody wasn't working. That's what Meri said in the book. That the woman and her, the relationship was great. But her relationship with Cody was not working.
Yeah.
And so that was it. But who would have told me? In life, there always has to be someone. Do you guys have someone who can pull your coattails and just be like,
not today.
You seem to be going in a weird space. Can I help you? Can I give you some kind of advice? Like take a chill pill. Janelle will never have done that because she don't like confrontation.
Hello.
And I don't think Christine could have done that either.
Yeah.
Because they both had 6 kids. They were like having these babies.
Right.
And Meri was not.
Yeah.
So then on top of that, you want to correct me? I will hurt you. I'm sure that's what Meri's thinking.
Yeah.
Who would have helped her? Maybe her mom? Cody's mom? I don't know. But and I think that's what's sad about this. In polygamy, there always should be someone, the polygamous household that I have been, privy to, there's always someone who can intervene.
Yeah.
When the wives are not getting along, when someone is acting weird, there's always someone who will say, look, come, let's talk.
Yeah.
And I think the sad thing is that Meri didn't have that, but then at the same time when I think of Meri, is she someone who takes corrections?
No, she's like Cody.
I was just thinking
she's like Cody in a female body, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, what do you all think? Do you think Meri could have taken corrections if such a person existed? Let us know down in the comments.
Yes, y'all, but it's Meri.
And Amma.
We like you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. Bye.